So enjoy your stay, but anyway. How do you not? Even I can see it in the bottom right corner.
Why didn't you say shit before?
Because I'm not looking at it. 3, 2, what? Why are you smiling so much? Hello, we are the Overall Nerds. Welcome to our official ranking of the 2021 Marvel TV shows. This includes, in order, Wandavision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye.
Okay, yeah, go on. Alright, so we're just going to rank them all. We're going to see what we think about them. And yeah.
My bottom one is between Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye.
Yeah, I just have to be a wrong one.
I'm going to have to give it to Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye was the most boring show. Forget Marvel TV show. It was so boring. They had Hawkeye. They had a very established character. And it's our opportunity to see like what goes on in his head. How is he so good at what he does? Give us flashbacks. Give us this. Give us a lot of stuff. They just use it to just... and I feel like it's going to happen with She-Hulk as well, where they're just going to use it to establish another character who's going to take on the torch.
You know what? I've actually got Hawkeye like a lot higher, but with you saying that, the thing with like the established backstory, what pisses me off is you saw the Lee scenes, like...
Yeah, they had flashbacks.
They actually had his backstory in there,
yeah,
but they took it out.
But we can only review what we see, right?
Yeah.
So,
it makes the show dumber that they took out.
The show's dumb, the action's not good. You could have had so many cool Arrow action scenes. The only good thing, I'd say...
The car chase ones.
The car chase, fine. The Ant-Man Arrow, sure. Cool, that was sick. And the only other good scene was the POV of the Avengers fight back in 2012. I thought that was sick.
Oh, okay, that was
right. Like, it makes sense why she's about to die. She sees Hawkeye save her and her family. Cool, makes sense. He's a hero. Cool. I like Kate Bishop. She's cool. Very good character. I like that Florence Pugh was in it as well. The new Black Widow. I feel like they could have done more. Fight scenes were okay.
I think what is a recurring thing that's going to come up is the structure of these series. I think 6 episodes might have been too short, and also the whole freaking mystery villain thing. Yeah,
it's a quite recurring thing where they set up this mystery and they don't reveal it until the episode before. Yes, Kingpin came back. All well and good. He was a little bitch when he came back, but he still came back. Yeah, he was fine. We got Kingpin and Daredevil back on the same day, which was definitely planned.
Was it the same day?
Same day.
Wednesday.
Finale came back. Well, I guess he came back the week before, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Kingpin was cool. It was cool seeing him again. I think he's an amazing Kingpin, amazing actor. He was in The Man in Black, actually, in the villain.
Wait, I don't know. You guys, he was. Yeah, he was a skin dude, wasn't it? Like, or sugar, or salt, or something like that. But yeah,
so overall, I'd give it like what, 4 or 5 out of 10. Wouldn't watch it again. But
fair enough. My born one is Wandavision.
No way.
Yeah,
what?
And it might change based on what happens in the future. But I don't know. I just think back to Wandavision, and week to week the hype was so high, and I don't want this to be like they didn't fulfill my theories, so I hate it. It wasn't that.
Sounds like
it was like it's a mystery show, but the mystery wasn't all that grand. So like,
I'll defend Wandavision when I get to it. To be fair.
Yeah, I think
I got a lot higher.
I think what it did for Wanda was alright. I didn't really care for it too much. By the end of it, I don't know. I think during the show, while the show was going on, I loved it. I would wake up early for it. I would watch it, as soon as possible. When it finished, it's just the aftertaste. The finale was rushed. The freaking
common theme.
You feel like the thought of consequences was just dashed. I feel like they could have played more into the whole Wanda dashed. The whole, what did I say? The whole
dash.
Thing. Dash. But like, I don't know. It left a bad taste in my mouth that hasn't gone away, and it ended up being a disappointment.
Do you not feel like Doctor Strange could redeem it?
I don't know why you need a movie to redeem
Not
your
redeem
show.
it. I don't think it needs redemption. I think it's just a continuation. But do you think Wanda and Doctor Strange could make you feel different about WandaVision?
Maybe, but the fact that your show didn't have an ending, I think is the issue. Like, I think the Evan Peters thing. The Evan Peters thing, if it comes back and it turns out Evan Peters was actually something cool.
Let's be honest, that's the only reason it's bottom of your list is the Evan Peters thing.
Nah, it's also what they did with Wanda. Like, she's the villain, but they make you think. Like, the show's trying to portray it as like she's a goodie.
No, they know she's a villain. It even says in the Doctor Strange trailer.
In the Doctor Strange trailer, sure, but in Wandavision, at the end, when Monica's like, oh, they don't know what you sacrificed. You sacrificed some fake kids, bro. You didn't sacrifice shit. But you have to think about it. The reason why she's more villainous than most of the villains in MCU. The thing is, they say they were being tortured, but normal torture, I haven't been through torture, just a FYI, but it's like, it lasts for like some hours or whatever. They need to have a break. when they were awake, they would feel what Wanda was feeling, and when they were asleep, they would have nightmares. That was 24/7 for weeks torture.
Very true.
And she was putting kids through that. And you're telling me that she just flies away at the end? Nah, I just don't. I think leading up to it, the show was fine. I think the conclusion really missed the ball. I think it was a misstep. And yeah, I think it's a misstep to have her lose everything, even though we know she's probably going to get her kids and she's going to get Vision back. So it just feels a bit...
I mean, Vision's back. There's a Vision right now in the MCU, White Vision.
New colour, new race and all that. White Vision.
White Vision, yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the last.
Vision vs Vision fight was good, but we'll get
that was good actually. Yeah.
My number, what would you give out of 10, sorry?
10, like a 5.5 or 6.
It's not terrible. My number 4 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this is the thing, right? Out of all the shows that were going to come out when we got the roster back in, 2020 or 2020 or 2019, I was most excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I was like, a TV show based on the chemistry they have from the Captain America films. I said, this could be great, it should be sick.
Buddy cop thing, isn't it?
Huh?
Buddy cop type thing.
Yeah, of course. I was very excited for it. It's the only one I actually wanted to see, right? Disappointing, man. For a number of reasons. The fight scenes, I'm sorry, if you're basing... It's meant to be like a Captain America continuation, right? It's what it's meant to be. Captain America has some of the best fight scenes in the whole of superhero films as a whole. Winter Soldier, Civil War especially. But, I'm sorry, the fight... They wasted all their budget, it looks like, on that really cool flight scene from the start of Falcon and Soldier. What happened afterwards? Shaky cam. Bucky was depowered so much. He acted as if the only thing he had, barely even used his arm. You know, there was a cool scene where he was Winter Soldier again, had the whole music and stuff cool, whatever. You know, it's been all over the place. The villain was weak, but I like the message of the whole... It was the only show that actually addressed the blip properly. How I like the idea life was better when the blip, people were just happy to have people around, the world came together, one world, one people. The Tracy Beaker villain, you know, I don't know.
Oh my
about
days,
that.
don't want a Tracy
She is Tracy Beaker villain. She was okay, basically was a terrorist.
The idea of the villains.
Villains?
The idea of the
Nathan
villains was calm. The idea was calm. The execution of them was a bit lackluster, it was a bit basic. I think that's the thing
That's
with all
a
these
common
horror shows.
theme, they don't land.
They don't push it as far as they can.
Because they have to stretch it because it's a TV show. A lot of these, and I think even Hawkeye, not that it wouldn't have been the best MCU film, but a Hawkeye film probably could have been alright.
Yeah.
If it was just that, like, it wouldn't have been terrible.
But, I mean, like, in terms of the ideas, they never, like, fully commit, I feel sometimes.
Very, yeah.
Like, that, what's it called, One World, One People. You could have delved so much more. You could have really put them in a more grey area where it's like, are they right? And it feels like they had it a very basic, like, oh, well, they have a nice point, but we take them down now. And it's like, okay.
And that speech, I mean, they had potential, the Black Captain America.
Where
is the flashback scenes? I'm sorry, where is that flashback? I was waiting that whole episode. Give me a flashback scene of a Black Captain America fighting. Please, why were they so reluctant? They have the money, do it.
I don't
understand.
Even though, and when we get Falcon and Winter Soldier is number 4 for me as well. I think Isaiah
Bradley, yeah.
Yeah, I think his scene is the best out of all the shows because it's the first time in Marvel I've actually had a situation where they're not giving me the answer of what I'm meant to think. You're actually left in a complex area. It's like, oh shit, like I understand why he wouldn't want you to be Captain America. And I also understand why you shouldn't take it because of his experiences.
I like that aspect.
It's the most complex bit. The only again, it's the conclusion. Marvel's too scared to just give us a film where it's like we're left sitting there like, oh, I don't know. And with the ending of him, it was like, oh, we've got you a statue. It's like, bro, man was getting experimented on.
He's getting tortured.
Yeah, it's like if they leave it, if they do a season 2, which we don't know, or if in the movie
they're doing that before,
if they do a movie and he comes back and they further develop and he's like, oh, the statue wasn't enough, I still deserve blah blah.
They probably won't though. That's done. I'm telling you, they won't go back to him.
But if you just give him a statue and he's like, you know what, maybe there should be a Black Captain America, then bro.
I like how they dealt with that. I like his suit at the end. I think it's cool. I like that he uses the shield quite well. We haven't even talked about Agent Cat. What's his name?
Agent. That's the fucking point. We don't know. Agent Day 2.
13? No, that's Sharon Carter.
Yeah, Sharon Carter. Is that what we're talking about?
Wow, look how we don't know what we're talking about. We haven't even mentioned John Walker.
Oh yeah.
I think he was really.
Well, that's what you were talking about.
John Walker, yeah.
So how did you forget his name? But yeah, he was
what's his actual superhero name?
I can't fucking remember, bro.
I like it how he kept saying John Walker, Captain America, whereas Steve Rogers would never say he's Captain America. There's only one time in the whole MCU he's like, I'm Captain America. Even that's a bit jokey, but he's always said, I'm Steve Rogers. Even to Groot, I'm Steve Rogers. He never goes, I'm Captain America. You know, John Walker, like, the fact that he gets the fact that we have like a kind of evil Captain America in the MCU now. And I do remember being
he's not evil though, is he? Cause
he's
anti-hero.
Anti-hero. I remember being hyped for these episodes. That episode where he decapitated when Lamar died and stuff. I thought that was really intriguing. And the
killed Lamar.
Fight scene, he killed Lamar. I thought the fight scenes were good. It's just, you know, again, I think it left a sour taste in my mouth where it's just like it could have been so much more.
That's the thing with all these Marvel shows. They could have been so much more.
All these Marvel shows, they have a point. Right, they have their basis line. They want to establish something. They've established Wanda as something. They established Hawkeye, the new Hawkeye. They established Falcon as Captain America. And it feels like they don't even care what happens around it. As long as they get to that point A to point B, they're happy. But it doesn't mean we're happy as
it's like
fans.
The shows are just to serve as the movies, which they should be. But it should also be to serve themselves. Like we should have a complex show. Like every time it's like, oh, is this show going to be the next Daredevil? There's a reason we say that. It's because Daredevil was fucking sick. They had like complex characters.
Daredevil is elite.
It's the reason why we say, oh, is this going to be the next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because like even S.H.I.E.L.D. was like a top quality show and all that.
You know why? Because Daredevil was a TV show. These are shows, but they're serving it for a greater purpose. They're not really. They are character pieces, but it's an overall arc that's going to lead into another movie or something. Like, you know, just focus on the characters, man. Focus on the development. But you know, that's enough for Falcon and the Soldier. I'd give that a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 6.5.
6.5, yeah.
Or same as 6. But that's my number 4 as well, so we can just move on to number 3.
Yeah, number 3 for me is What If.
Woo!
What If was... You know, it's annoying because not a lot of people like What If. They haven't seen it. They haven't seen it. They don't want to watch it because...
I understand. It's this common thought about animation.
Yeah.
And I thought that would kind of go away after Into the Spider-Verse, but people are still like, oh, why animation? If anything, animation is the easiest way to do...
Amazing animation as well.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to tell stories. Like, I don't think the evil Doctor Strange is what we're going to get in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Do you think?
I don't think it's the same thing.
It might be.
It might be, but I don't think it is.
And there's like rumours of like the Watcher being it because of the trailer bit where she's like... I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, that'd be quite cool.
But yeah, what if... I can't even remember. It kind of went part... Huh?
My part of the review.
But what if my number 3 as well?
Oh shit, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I was cheering. But yeah, what if it was kind of like...
That's why you're cheering.
Huh?
That's why you were cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
Cut! 3, 2, 1.
We're keeping that in. But what if it's like... I don't know, it kind of flew by.
Look at me, bro. I'm pointing towards you.
Okay, my bad. You can't even see that.
That was so heavy.
But yeah, what if it kind of flew by? It was kind of just it was an episode a week thing. Like you just chuck on. It was 20 minutes. It was like
it was calm. It was entertaining to see what happens in these scenarios. I still think for me like the zombie one was really good. I know you don't like the zombie one that much.
Yeah, I like the Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange one was good.
I think I liked the zombie one, but I was like Doctor Strange.
My least favourite was Captain Carter. Nothing against Captain Carter, I just thought it was too safe.
No,
it was too
but it was
like
episode 1, so it's like
had to.
Fair enough. I think the worst one. It depends on how you feel about the Thor thing.
Oh, I don't like the Thor one. The Thor party Thor.
Yeah.
What party Thor like? And Captain Marvel was in it. Like they really just like Captain Marvel was in it so much.
I think because she was one of the actresses, Brie Larson was like, I actually want to do this.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else was like, yeah, bro, this animation thing, and no.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
so maybe it might be something like that. But yeah, Wolf was calm. I think the only thing that puts Wolf above these other 2 shows is probably the finale. I've never felt like Marvel have gone as epic as What If
they
did.
could. You know, What If you just imagine it's limitless as animation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't even bring back certain actors that could do anything.
Yeah, exactly. So like.
Oh, the Killmonger episode? That was decent.
Oh yeah, that was good as well. Like the whole thing of the scope of how it kind of tied it together. Some of it was like, I don't know why you're here, but like. And
they redeemed Ultron. Ultron in the comics, I'm sorry, he's like one of the best villains. And in the movie, it couldn't do him justice just because it was the Age of Ultron, the week of Ultron. But they made him powerful in this, bro.
It was great. It was great to watch. He freaking sliced Thanos in half.
Oh, I feel like they just have to do that. Just because, like, you know, otherwise people ask, well, why didn't Thanos come? You know, They just have to like just slice him off. Like Vision could have done that the whole time. He had the Mind Stone in him.
But the stones are different. There's some of them are more powerful than others in other universes.
But he used the Mind Stone, did he? Oh, in other universes.
Yeah, so like all Mind Stone is probably not as powerful. Which is
that's the whole thing.
That's the thing, innit? Like
it's easy just to like say stuff after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
what if?
Yeah, I'd say about 7 out of 10. I can watch that again.
Yeah, it's either 6.5 or 7. Again, they're all very like middling for me. 11 minutes. It's time to get to number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Wandavision. I'm not gonna lie, I was with Ethan up until like probably like a couple of months ago. Like Wandavision, like I get what Ethan means. I get it. Like, you know, it didn't really fulfill no expectation. It seemed a bit all over the place. But I remember being kind, and I remember really liking it. I like what it's done for Wanda. You know, Wanda isn't exactly like the most prominent hero, but she's definitely one of the most powerful, top 3 powerful in MCU. I'd argue Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and Wanda. Not in that order, but yeah. Right? I mean, apparently Wanda's the most powerful. You know, Agatha was a good villain. It kept you guessing. It took a bit of a while to really get into stuff. Like, it was like to episode 4 that we actually understood what was going on.
Yeah.
They made her a villain. She was a villain. She was holding people hostage, right? That's not...
I just don't feel like they dealt with it in the show.
Again, you have to remember it. No one was there for her. Even Clint went away. Clint was like her mate. Left. No one cared. No one cared about Vision. No one gave anyone a funeral. Like, Wanda was by herself. And she was so in love with Vision. She spent 2 years, I think, with the guy. Like, the machine. You know, and it was a good twist that Vision actually wasn't real. Like, we all thought she was controlling Vision's dead body. But she wasn't. It was just... the part of the Soul Stone inside her, she just recreated Vision, which was quite a cool cinematic scene. I remember seeing that. You know, the ending with the Quicksilver, whatever. But it was fun ride while it lasted. You know, you saw it very comic book accurate as well with all this his kids. You know, her kids play a big part in the comic books as well. So, you know, it was a fun time. The action was good at the end. There was nothing wrong with it. The Vision vs Vision fight was quite good. I thought
that was a good fight. I liked how it ended.
The ship of Theseus or something.
But the Wanda vs Agatha thing was very like...
Yeah, but even then that was pretty cool.
Was it?
Yeah, and then, you know, you really thought Doctor Strange would come at the end. He didn't come at the end. But then again, Marvel, they're very picky with what they give the fans and what they don't. Like, I can't complain because Spider-Man No Way Home just gave us everything we wanted to get. But so, would you argue that if Sony wasn't involved in Spider-Man No Way Home, they would have done that? I feel like no.
Like, what do you mean, like...
Do you feel like the Spider-Man were only in No Way Home because Sony were like pushing for it because they knew they were just getting bare money?
Maybe.
Probably. Because I don't know if Marvel, it seems so much for Marvel to do. Like, normally they wouldn't do that for their fans.
But at the same time, I think it was like, we're doing a little multiverse saga here. Yeah. And we've got a Spider-Man film.
It teased the multiverse. So like every TV show besides Falcon Winter Soldier was teasing the multiverse, and Hawkeye, I guess, was just teasing it bit by bit until we got to Spider-Man No Way Home. It was like, yep, full on multiverse. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, WandaVision, I think it was quite good. I think it did well for Wanda and Vision. I think about 7.5 or an 8.
7.5. I said I was like a 6 or...
Yeah, it wasn't too far off.
Yeah, so number 2 for me is Hawkeye. I think it's just...
number 2?
I think it's just so, like, harmless.
That's not a good excuse.
That's the thing, like I said, all these shows are getting like 6 or 7s. You know, it's not like, oh, WandaVision is here and Hawkeye is like there. There, you can see my hands. But like, it's more like WandaVision's like here and Hawkeye's like here. It's like
I'll say Hawkeye's there, like everything else there. Hawkeye was a waste of a show. I'm sorry, it was a waste of a show. It was a bit of a waste. The funniest thing about it was Rogers the Musical, but even the post-credit scene was bloody terrible.
Yeah. I like what it did for Jeremy Renner. I liked the whole losing the ability to hear.
Oh, like, how much did that really play a part?
Yeah, but it was nice with the scene with his kids.
He didn't have there wasn't even a Hawkeye vs Kingpin fight.
No.
Oh, well, technically there was a Hawkeye vs Kingpin fight, but it wasn't our Hawkeye.
Yeah, I mean...
Kate Bishop defeated the Kingpin.
Yeah.
She's legit like a high school level martial artist.
She did it in a smart way through Hawkeye's techniques.
Technology,
like, if she never met Hawkeye, she would just lost.
Fine, yeah.
So it's like, it works enough, and if they have it where like she keeps on coming up against the Kingpin, then like I don't mind it. But yeah, Hawkeye was fun. It was a light-hearted thing.
What would you give it out of 10 then? Don't you dare say 8.
7.
So everything's pretty much the same. You've gone from 6 point.
The thing is, that's the thing. None of these Marvel shows have really wowed me. Even Loki, which spoiler alert, Loki's is number 1.
Yeah. It is number. It's my number 1. It has to be number 1.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's much better than WandaVision.
Exactly, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Like none of these shows are like head and shoulders above anything else. But yeah, I guess we move on to Loki.
Yeah. Number one is definitely Loki. Just because I guess it was so unexpected. When I first heard it was Loki TV show, I was like, why? They're going to bring back Loki, he's going to undo his death, he had such a powerful death, such an impactful death, now it's done.
Definitely.
And you know, there is the argument that this Loki is from Avengers 1, but he acts as if he's from Thor Ragnarok.
That's another
You know
issue.
what I mean? He came, as in he's got shown his character development. Just because you get shown what happens in the future doesn't mean you're that person.
It was very cheap, yeah.
But, you know, that gets overshadowed by the fact that him and Morbius have a very, very good relationship.
I love Chad though.
Yeah, you know, the whole TVA,
TVA, yeah.
TVA, I thought it was all fake. I thought it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Introduced Kang the Conqueror, the next big bad. And what I like, it's not even the Kang the Conqueror, it's a Kang the Conqueror.
I think the way they set up Kang the Conqueror is one of the main reasons I was left in awe at the end, because of it was a bit not complex, but it didn't go how you really expected it to go.
There was a final fight. It was a final conversation. A lot of exposition, but it's set up.
And how it had Sylvie kill Kang, I was like, that's cool.
And arguably that's what led to all this stuff, but apparently it's not. I thought his Sylvie killing him is what led to like the Spider-Man No Way Home, why they were able to cross dimensions, but apparently not according to Marvel. But I think they should work on that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it might lead into it, who knows? But yeah, I thought it was cool. I think the ending with it, how Kang's now in charge, it really built up the hype for season 2. How it stands on its own, I think it had enough wacky ideas sometimes.
Yeah. I think episodes 1 and 2 are a bit slow.
I can't really remember.
That's the problem, right?
You can't remember any of them, like, can you? Like,
that's the thing. These TV shows, they're good because they are MCU TV shows, but they're not. They wouldn't be good TV shows if they just came on TV.
Yeah.
This is what you have to understand. But I guess that's fine.
I think the way they
made
made these MCU shows is the main problem. I think they've done it like, oh yeah, these ones were really connected to the movies, but it's more like these ones would be like a little extra blub for you to watch the movies with, and it's like you don't need to watch these shows. Because like, if you didn't watch Falcon and Winter Soldier and then you watch Captain America 4, you'd be like, okay, he accepted the Captain America mantle, it's not anything crazy. Low-key, the multiverse stuff is happening anyway, so
Wandavision, you kind of need to. At least the last couple of episodes.
I feel like they're going to give her a recap.
Like, I'm not for the idea that, oh, you shouldn't watch everything. I think you should treat the MCU like a season of TV, like a TV show. You don't just miss episodes. You watch every episode.
You can,
and
though. Sometimes
I'm sure you can. You don't want to. You wouldn't, right? You wouldn't. Like, if there's a season of TV on, you'd watch all 22 episodes. And you wouldn't just skip to the finale and be like, oh, well, that was rubbish. Well, no, because you haven't seen the first 22 episodes, so obviously you're not going to have fun.
Yeah.
These TV shows, okay, they're just basically films. They're legit just films, just a longer version of a film.
Yeah.
You need to watch it.
Also not, they don't have the impact of the films sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, like, these TV shows are calm. Was it Rush making a Wonder film? I don't know.
I think they don't have enough. They don't have enough space for a film. Like, you make all these films and you've got like what 10 films in the year, and it's like, oh shit. So like, again,
it's hard from MCU right now because they're trying to establish new characters but also give their existing characters. When I do appreciate the TV shows making these secondary characters quite like, because you know, next time we see an Avengers film, these secondary characters, Falcon and Wanda, they're the mains. There's no more Captain America, there's no more Iron Man. So you need to somehow give them a trilogy like level of development through these TV shows. So it's a hard job, so I appreciate it.
But like Loki, it's my favourite 7.5. I think Loki, the character itself, the pros is like Loki himself, Morbius.
Would he come in Doctor Strange, do you think? I don't think he should. I think we need to find out what happens in season 2, then he can go to Doctor Strange, or then something can happen with him.
Yeah. Like,
also, I don't think he should be brought back to the films. I think he should just be a background character in these TV shows. He doesn't need to be brought back to the films.
It'd be funny if he's
working behind
TVA
just working behind the scenes. Because if he interferes in the films, it's like thinking like Iron Man. Like, no, like you've killed Loki off.
How many times as well?
Yeah, how many times? Have him stay dead. Thor's obviously still around. If he sees a Loki variant, he's not going to be like, oh wow, Loki. Like, it's just not on. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But yeah, overall, basically, it's kind of a negative.
Yeah, it's quite negative.
6 and 7s aren't bad, but they're not great. Yeah. And none of these MCU shows have been great. I think I'll give Loki a 7 or 7.5. It kind of depends. Because it still feels like in a 6-episode season.
I'm not exactly excited for the rest. I'm not excited for She-Hulk maybe, because Hulk's in it. You know, Miss Marvel could be good. Moon Knight looks good, but like I can't see any of these TV shows like reaching Daredevil status.
Yeah, I think that's
Daredevil. You know what the best thing they did about those shows? They disconnected it from the MCU. They said, let me just focus on this. And I think season 1 of these shows should be focused on these characters and then make it a bit more MCU focused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. They're just not that good. They're decent. They're decent.
Fine.
They're decent.
But they do a job.
They do a job.
They do a job.
And then,
But yeah, thank you for listening. And if you have any thoughts, let us know down below.
yeah, what's your ranking and all that stuff?
If you got any other rankings you want us to do, let us know.
We'll
But
see.
yeah,
We'll see what the next video does. Okay.
See ya.
It's the worst ending of a video I've ever seen.
It's fine.